Hey, NASDOG. CPI, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am your host, Alan Palmer. What are we looking at here? We're looking at the bond market here. Look, I just have a 1 minute chart here. This is the number here. It is, hang on a second. It's the 10th, okay? And here, so we traded up, traded down, trading right around the weekly. We got a green. Okay, up above here, 112.07. Okay, so they got the figure was up 0.5%. Okay, that's stiff. Let's go look at some of here. This is the 10-year notes, bottom right hand corner here. 10-year futures, 10-year notes. Okay, I got a 1 minute here. Okay, let me just throw up a weekly here and let's just look at it. Okay, this is okay. And this is me, always early, always early. I've been talking about Asian nations, how they are absolutely going to get crucified here. However bad you feel, you're filling up your tank, spending an extra, whatever. They've got it worse, okay? They've got it a lot worse. Now, so where's the escape valve there? Okay, it is in gold. Okay, here's gold. Upper left-hand corner, down $100. Okay, as a matter of fact, look at this. We just got a 30 buck bounce here. Let's put up a 3 minute here. Okay, so we just did this. Oh, look at this here. You got a little volume here, 3,600 contracts. Gold is actually, hang on. Let's see what it is on the year. Let's take a peek at copper, okay? We have a lot of things going on. This is in a yearly chart, okay? Copper. Okay, so right now we're up about 8.5%, 8% on the year. This is copper, okay? This is just early in the morning. We're down 6 cents, 6.35. I believe I did a video on here. We were talking about it was a 17 tick range. And as a matter of fact, let's go look at it here on a flat price. Here's copper. Okay. So the thing you want to appreciate right now is there is so much macro going on. Okay. Here we got an olive buy here. Call it 622. Look at this, 622 quarter, 621.91 here. Possible olive buy 8. What is this? 622. Call it 623. Okay, downward sloping trend line off of here. It is a green. We're going to watch if you're looking to buy this. Okay, this is an area. Maybe your stop could go under here, depending. What is that? 21.15. You know, or if you can afford 3 cents of stops, put it in at 19. Right down here, right where we took off on this gap here. Okay. As a matter of fact, here I'll show you. When I give charts, okay, not always, right here, this one right here, when we gapped up, okay, right there, 623, okay, now listen, we just took off, okay, we just took off, so, but, stick a bid down there, if one was looking to buy copper with a risk stop. Let's do the softs here. We'll go through commodities and we're going to go through gold and silver. Okay. This is the dollar index up here. Par 10. Par is 100. Okay. Par 10. Instead of, okay. A little easier, like in the pits. Par 02 was the high. Again, here. Oh, look at this, man. You could really put a tight stop in here. You could put your stop right over here and not even sit this out. If in fact you sold it here. We got the orange here. What is this? Thick here. Hang on a second here. Okay, this is the orange of the olive. This is exactly like what soybean oil did, except this is shorter term. The dollar is shorter term, but that's a spot here. Here's coffee coming down, sugar. You can take a look at that. Here's cotton here. Let's just look at where that trend line is coming from. Okay, so this would be a place possibly to buy 18. Oh, okay. Couple highs in January 18 for some reason. 6 days apart. We'll see. I don't know. That looks pretty good to me. Here's a hit. We're talking the black trend line. Here's a hit. Here's a hit. Here's a hit. Okay, which one is it? This is a down one. So then here, and that's right there, 73.26. This is ACK cotton. You could see numbers down below there if you want to pause it. Okay, gold. Here's gold when it was down 110. Okay, when I took the snapshot, bottom right hand corner, you can see the timestamp, what it is. Okay, here's let's blow it up. Okay, this would be exactly what you would do with my chart. You can blow it up like this, and you go, okay, we got something there, 41.62.60. Okay, looks like it's the low right here. Okay, we have some other markings. We've got this long-term trend line here. Okay, this is major head and shoulders top right here. Now, this moving average right here, this red one, the last time we were at that red one was at, I believe, 1900-ish. Okay, so this is something that could end a bull. Okay, now I've been talking about it for a long time, well, for months, about China selling gold. Okay, because I'm sorry, not China. It could be anybody. Okay, it could be these Asian nations that are passing bills to help out the taxi drivers. Okay, because of the price here is way lower than the price overseas. Okay, that's why Iran doesn't stand a chance. And let's go to crude oil here. Okay, we're up $1.50. 90.40 was the high here pre-market here. It's 7.41. We just had the CPI. Okay, 87.40, $3 range. Okay, 87.40. Let's look over here. 87.36 here. Okay, 87.40 to what was the high? 90.42. Okay, so here I have something sitting there at, hang on. Here I have something at 90.54. This was 87.36. Okay, it's programmed. Okay, here you come down to this one. That takes balls. You're under all of these. Okay, you're under the green X's. Here, let's look at that. Oh, that's it. This is live. I'm sorry. We came up where? 89.49. Okay, 89.54. You know, just a couple of things you want to watch here. We're at 89.74. Okay. What if we get under here? What if we get under here? Okay, in the fog of war. Okay, because I said Sunday night. I believe it was Sunday night. About there was a rumor that Apache was hit. Okay, they said it was Monday. Anyway, it comes out and it ends up being true. Okay, so it's in the fog of war. Do not get hung up on the news. Get hung up on the price action. Okay, this thing look. I don't know. I don't see 150. I don't see 160. Where's the next $20 move? Where is the next $20 move? 70? 69? I don't know. That one, but the next, that's a question to ask yourself, you know, when you're assessing a situation. Okay, just blow out a little bit. Here's your head. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your right shoulder. There's your neckline, babe. There's your number. 85.98. Okay? We close right at it. Close right under that thing, too. Okay? So there's four things. A green X's, whatever this is. Oh, okay. All right. This was the old high. Is this March 9th? This is March 9th, okay? This was when the front month hit 100 and... When everybody was talking about $120 crude, okay? A couple futures contracts traded amongst a couple traders dicking around on a Sunday night, okay? And the sky was the limit. You know, the sky was the limit. Is that the last one my data ends on? Okay, that's the last one my data ends on. Wow, okay. So that is March 9th. This is when we opened up. Okay, now this is a back month, so it wasn't the same prices, okay? Not anywhere near it. Okay, and this is what we did. So this is where we are, babe. Right here in the spot contract. Hang on. Spot contract right there. Okay? We get under here. Here's another thing. China is China long? Is China the reason why this is up here, and that they stockpiled crude or crude futures around $60? That's an interesting question here. Here's the silver, top right-hand corner. This thing, there's no rush to buy it. There's no rush. Look at this here. We're back up to old highs. This was an olive buy, okay? It was, you could see from that other chart, okay? So these were olive buys. Blow through one, come to the other one. This olive hit this time down. I forget where it was. Right here, okay? This was an olive buy. Thin olive, thick olive, okay? And then here, okay, it was exact. Got a buck. Bought it right here. Had a buck for a profit. Client said risk 50 cents or take $1.50 or $2, And and so then this is how we traded for the next 12 hours. Okay. Now here's the one I want to point out, the olive line scratcher, the Goldman Sachs olive line scratcher. Okay. They buy it here. Okay. And they've got unlimited funds. And so when they get up there, they scratch it. Okay. Now here we are right under here. 65.36. Okay. We've been under here. Okay. It is pretty, highly emotional, the markets right now. So mute the news. That's me, by the way. Okay, let's take a look at the grain page here. We did the crude top left. This is soybean meal here. Okay, I had somebody, we bought it right over here. Got a trend line and an olive line, but this is very old. It just tells you are 80% fire sale, on the downside. 307, okay, here's another powder blue right there, 309 half. Okay, so, you get that's why these are cross throughs here. This was for last Friday. Okay, and here we are on, what is this, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, this is bean oil here. This is a daily chart here. We hit an olive line, major olive line sell here. Came back down to the orange. I was saying this about how bean oil looked like whatever we were looking at, maybe copper. Sorry, I misspeak sometimes, when we're talking so many different markets here. So I try. Give me a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Let's go to here's beans. Okay, I talked about this, 11.29. I thought a stop's got to go under 11.28. We're coming into the USDA Thursday. So, in here, okay, here, we broke this pattern of 7. Okay, we're up a nickel. Okay, meal's up $2.50. Nothing's turned yet here. Here's corn. It's giving you, if you bought it in this area here. These are decent down here, 443, 442. Let's look at a daily here. I also want to point out here, see, that's how you look at numbers here. On the way down, we broke a buck. I'm sorry, this is corn. We broke, whatever we broke, 40, 50 cents. Okay, and then you're coming down, okay, and the halves, that's not something to hang your hat on at all on the way downside. Here's a level, and then here you got a long-term trend line, 442. Got another one down here at 438. We've talked about this here this year. Here's wheat. I liked wheat down here. Okay. 574.5. This is actually, I think that's pretty identical to the meal. This thin olive line, it's long term. And that way, so I had here between 84 and 70.5. Those are the numbers here. We had 1. You got 2 as a trend line. 3, I don't know, fluorescent green, 3, 4. You had this settlement price there, 5. Here you got these reds here, and then over here you got these, okay, and then under here. And then you got another thin olive line down here. This is probably, it's something a little different. Each one can play. And when I say that, I'm talking about these, we're talking about they must be educated bets with risk stops. Okay, you can't sit here. Well, here, let's go look at gold. Okay, first of all, let's go to a monthly. Okay, look at that. Yeah, we're right here. Okay, we're right here. Okay, we ran the diamonds like we did back in the, 2000s. Was it the 2000s? Do we have that over there? 09. Okay, see this? I pay for premium data. Okay, here, what is this? 78. Okay. Oh, this was the 80 top. See, that's kind of it. Oh, 79. Okay. So, you know, you need something. Okay, so let's get back to gold here. Let's go to how about a monthly? Oh, that is a monthly. How about a weekly? Okay, here's the weekly. This is listen, this is a pretty scary chart here to be long. Wow, we took it out. Since I started this video, 41.52. Because we were just looking at whatever that was, a 3-minute or a 12-minute chart on one of those. So this low was 41.62.60, mapped out right there. You got under it, and you get back over. You get back over. Say, for example, say you're picking even nickels, 41.65 buy stop. Okay, back over this one right here. This is the only thing you're playing. Maybe you get something bigger. You get back over this trend line. And so you put your sell stop in and go do your business, and tell your broker, like me, to give you a call if you get stopped out. If you do not get stopped out, you're getting paid, okay? That much I can tell you. So, okay, let's call this a wrap here. Oh, yeah, you know what? These stocks, man, were such a sale. I've got an Elliott Wave expert, and he sent me a text under 75. This was last week, probably 6 days ago. Sent me a text under 75 even. As a matter of fact, I should look up that text. It was something crazy by the 19th. Okay, it was really a vertical move. This was last Friday. Okay, that's the warning signal. Okay, that's down 4%. Closes rock ass low. Okay, over the weekend you come back up here. Here you got a red. This is a trading red. Okay. Because at 74.77, your next number's up at 98. Okay, see it up there? Here. Okay, we'll blow it up here a little bit more. So here, this was yesterday. You open here, you rally up to here, you take out these highs, okay, just like I just showed you in gold, and say you had a 74.74 stop, okay, back under this high. Okay, and then you could actually put your stop right here. You don't even have to sit out the extra 10 handles. Okay, I am just saying, for example. Okay, let's see. What is this? Okay, this is like a 60-minute chart here. Let's just do a 12-minute here just to see how that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you get the 2 bars of buying, and then all of a sudden the selling. Well, what do you mean like that? You could always say that. Okay, it's trader experience. Okay, I've been around for over 40 years, and it's actually, I was a runner in 73. Holy moly. All right, if you need anything, I will look for some stocks. Maybe we'll do some internet stocks here. Email me, ARP@NASDOG. Stop over to NASDOG.com, take a package. But still email me so I can immediately get you on here. One of these trades is $5,000 out of one lot. Okay, not saying that that's a track record, okay, but I'm showing you some of these levels here and these moves. I've been talking about the biggest markets ever, and we're going. We're still in the late innings, okay. Like for example in crude. All right, thanks for watching. Always use the risk stop to stop the risk.